Hello guys, welcome to this tutorial. So in this tutorial we will be building a coronavirus cases kind of application by country. You can see this is the demo of this application. So here you can just select your country. You will say country name, total cases, total deaths, and also the flag will be shown of the country as well inside a well tabulated data. So this application is built in Node.js, Express, and JavaScript. So and we are using a library, Node.js library, which is Corona Info. So we are fetching this information from a website, which is the official website of all this data, Worldometer Info. So you have seen this website numerous number of times. So we are fetching or scraping the data from this website with the help of this module, and we are displaying it on our application. So the information is up to date. You can select any country of your choice. South Africa, you will see this is the total overall cases, total deaths. You can just display all the information. You can see this JSON response is coming, and today date is there. Today cases, you can also see today deaths as well. So you can just display what information as you like accordingly. So I am just displaying it for details to you. You can see country, total cases, total deaths, and flag. And you can just download all the source code of this application in the video description. I have given the whole source code inside my blog post. So just go to the video description if you want the full source code. So this is the application, guys. So let me start building this application from scratch. So let's get started. So now to get started, guys, first of all you need to install this module. So first of all we will be making an empty directory here. Inside this you just need to execute this command npm init-y. So this will create the empty package.json file with the default options. Now you just need to install this dependency, which is corona info. So it will take hardly 5 seconds to install this. So it totally depends upon your internet speed. It has successfully downloaded. If I open it inside Visual Studio Code text editor, you will see this is package.json file. It has got this dependency corona info. Now we can create our starting point of the application index.js. And in the documentation, you will see this is a basic example which is given to us, which is using async and await. So we can simply copy paste this example, and we can now just run this application by node index.js. So you will see it will display this data inside the JSON response. This is the JSON object. It has got various properties: date, cases, coronavirus, total cases, total deaths, today cases, today deaths, test, total number of tests, active cases, critical, recovered, and today recovered also. So it is showing you the total cases worldwide. So if you want a specific country, you can just mention here. Let's suppose only USA cases you need to be showing here. So then you can just say node index.js, and now you will only see the uh, cases which are there inside US. So you will see total cases which are there, today cases, deaths, today deaths. You can see that. So this is a basic implementation of this library. We will be displaying all this data inside our Express app that I shown you earlier. So this is another approach that you can use here. You can see it is using, first of all, it is using async await. You can also use .10 construct also, which will be using the same approach. Here we are using .then syntax here. So totally depend upon you which syntax you use, which syntax. I like this syntax more in comparison to async await. I use this syntax, and here you can just change any country of your choice. Let's suppose India. So if I run this, you will see today cases like this. So is the cases, the information that you're grabbing are from this website worldometer.com. So it is up-to-date information. So you will not say that. You can see this is the official website of coronavirus data. So all this data is fetched from this website. So all the data you see is being fetched from this website. So it's up-to-date data. And also we will be displaying flags as well, so as shown you earlier also. So now to get started, guys, we need to install some other dependency, which is express comma EJS, because we are using templates engine here, also EJS space EJS, sorry. And this will install these two dependencies, so just wait, it is installing here. So it will hardly take some time. So it has installed here. So now what we can do is that we can delete this for now, and we can include the express application here, make a app variable, which is a standard way of declaring express app. Then we can say here app.listen, and we need to have a specific port number, which is 5000. So here we can say console log app is listening on port 5000. So now what we can do is that we can just make a get request when we open the home page. So we can return something to the user. Let's suppose hello world. And one other dependency guys we can install here, which is nodemon, which will automatically restart our application when we make any kind of changes. So just install this dependency also. This is a very handy dependency. So now what we can do is that we can say nodemon index.js. That's it. Sorry, we need to change some syntax here. Inside script section, we want a nodemon script. So just add this script here, which we will say here. Sorry, this needs to be start, not nodemon. So start here, and here you can say nodemon index.js. So just write this guys, and now we can say npm run start. So if you say, you can see app is listening on port 5000. If I open this route here, localhost 5000, you will see this is returned to us hello world. Instead of hello world returning, we just need a simple file. So just make a templates folder, and inside this just make index.ejs file. So we have successfully downloaded EJS module. So we can set the app engine like this, app.set view engine, and then in the second argument we can say EJS. That's it. So here we are setting the EJS engine here, and after that we can render out a template file with the help of render function, and here we can say index. We don't need to write the extension, so index.js. So here we can just write a simple template. So here we can say hello world. So if I refresh, you will see fail to look up. Sorry, this needs to be views folder, not templates. So we need to rename it to views. Sorry, this is a mistake. So once again, we need to rerun the application, npm run start. So this time you will see hello world is returned to us because it is loading this file here. And now guys, what we need to do, we need to change the title first of all. So coronavirus cases. So here we will want a select list from where we can select the countries for which country we need to display the coronavirus result inside Tableau data. So we will need a select list which will have all the countries mentioned here. So for that we can just select list of all countries HTML. So just search on this Google here, and you will get all this code here, which is static HTML. So you can just copy this. You don't need to write it by your own. So you can just Google it and you will find this code as I have shown you. So here we first of all we will just use some Bootstrap as well. So Bootstrap Cdn, just search it, and this is a very handy website which is w3schools.com. So here you can just we only need the CSS, so just copy the CSS part, and here you just need to paste it. And also we will need some jQuery as well. So click on jQuery and click on get started, and grab this CDN and just make script source. We need to put a source attribute, and sorry, just here paste it, that's it. So we have successfully included all the libraries that we will need in this application. So here we will first of all use the container class of Bootstrap, and inside this we will give it a title in the center position which will say coronavirus cases by country. So now if you refresh it, what you will see, this is a handy heading here which is coronavirus by country, and here we will just make a simple select list. So if you just click on Bootstrap, and if you just click on inputs here, click on inputs, so here you will see the select list here. So just wait. When the select list, you can see this is a select list. So simply we just need to copy this, and here inside the form elements just declare a form and paste it. And here inside this options here, we need these options which we have copy pasted here. So here we can just copy this and paste it. So this is a select list for the all the countries. So you can see it is there. So here we just provide a Bootstrap class to this, which is form control. And if you refresh it, you will see your select list is ready. You will see all the countries are mentioned inside this autocomplete. So you can select any country of your choice and you can get the result. So here I can just change this to select country. And then we will need a button, guys, to submit the form. In this case, we don't need the button because if you select any sort of country, automatically your result should be displayed. So for that, we just need to write some JavaScript. We need to get the value that the user has selected. So this can be done using jQuery as well. So you can just search on Google how to get value of select list in jQuery. So you will get this using this is a selector that you need to use here. So just this is the code. So simply write down inside at the bottom when you have included your jQuery Cdn. So just put a script tag, paste this code. So document ready function we are using here when all the elements are loaded inside it. So here we need to select the select list. So here we can use it by the class which we have provided to it. So you can see we have provided the ID. So instead of using class, we can also use it as the ID as well. So we can say underscore country. So when it changes, we can select the country which the user has selected by this syntax here. You can see dot children option selected value. So inside alert statement, we will say you have selected the country, this one. So if I refresh here, you will see if I select Algeria, you will see you have selected the country Algeria. So we are successfully getting the country which we have selected here, like this you can see. So now the job is pretty simple. We just need to call our Node.js code here. So you just need to pass this information to this file which is index.js. So here we can just make a post request $.post. This is somewhat very useful method in jQuery. Or you can also use AJAX method. So inside this you can provide a URL. So here you can see get data. Method will be post because we are posting data. And for the data we will be passing the country which the user has selected, which is there inside selected country. And last option is that success. So this is a success callback. So if the request is successful, then what will happen when the user has received the data? So inside this code we will just say console log data. So we will display the data which is returned back to our browser from the Node.js script. So this code is complete, guys. We just need to write this post request inside index.js. So here we can say app.post. So we can see get data, and inside this we can say request response. For getting this data which is passed to it, this country, we need to have a special middleware function which is body parser middleware function. So which is a built-in function here. You need not have to install it. So just require it body parser, and again you need to set it app.use body parser .json. So you just need to write these two lines. Don't worry if it is saying depreciated. You just need to write these lines. URL encoded and then say extended to false. That's it. So just write these two lines, and now you can get your country which the user has selected. So we can make a variable or make a variable country. So request.body.country, and then we can console log the country which the user has selected. So here this is a very important thing to note down. So simply this needs to be same here. So whichever variable you name it country here, you just need to access it by request.body.country, and then we can console log it. So if I once again reload this, if I select a country, let's suppose Angola, and inside our console you will see this country is printed out Angola. So we are successfully getting the data. Now we simply need to uh, call our library to get to, to get the data about the specific country. So what we can do is that, guys, you can see we can just include this corona info library, and you just need to copy this code and write this code inside this post request. So here instead of passing a static country, we can pass the country which the user has selected, simply country. So then this is a response that the user has selected. So we can just rename it to response. So we can just delete this console log country. So now we can just test it out. So if I select a country which is Algeria, you will see if I sig the console here. Just wait, guys, if I restart the application. Just wait. So if I select a country here which is Algeria, so if you can see this is the data about Algeria is copy pasted on the console here. Total cases, today cases, that's today, this is country flag as well, test count, active cases, critical. So you can just print out all this information. So we can just send out this response back to the server. So what we can do is that you can say response.json, and inside this we can put a property which is data, and then we can do this as response. That's it. So this method is used to send data back to the browser, which is response.json. So we are making a data property and initializing it to the response. So now you can just check your browser. If I select a country Angola, if I click inspect element, go to console, you will see you will receive an object here with the data here, all the data which we seen in the console here. So we are printing out on the browser active cases, country flag. So if you just go to this URL, you will see the country flag here of Algeria. So you will see this is Angola. This is deaths recovered test count. So we just need to print this information on the browser. So our job is pretty easy now. So inside a table, so just go back to index.ejs, guys. So inside this data property, after this form ends, we just want a bootstrap table, and we can just put out this information. Just declare a div give it an ID to result, and now we dynamically will be building out the table. So inside this we can just say table. So we will be using the backtick symbol inside the keyboard. It is just below the escape key, which lets you write multiple lines of HTML code. So now go to the documentation, and here you just need to select tables. So you will select the tables. So just wait. This is Bootstrap table, so you can use any table for your choice here. I will use this table, which is border table. Click try it yourself. So I will just copy it and paste it. So this is, we need to write this data, guys, so just wait. So here we can just put out the information, what information you need to say. This is total cases, we just need to display it. Total cases. First of all, we will display country name, because country, and then we will say total cases, and total deaths we will display, and then we will display the country flag as well, because flag. And then for now we will display only 4 information here, so just to check here if it is working or not. So we will just delete this rest of it. So inside this is a syntax. You just need to, for the country name, this is a property. Here we can dynamically put a variables here with the help of the syntax dollar, a set of parentheses, and then we can say here, which is data dot country name. So we can access this information by dot syntax, which is country name, which is printed out Angola. Then we will say in the same scenario, which is data dot total cases. So the property name is cases. And for printing out the deaths here, we can say data dot deaths. And lastly, we will display the country flag, which will be data dot. For displaying the country flag, guys, we just need a image variable here. So inside table data, so we will have image source is equal to, and inside this source we can just say data dot country flag. So in this way we can just set the country flag as well. So just put this. So I think the application is complete, guys, so we can just test it out if it is working or not. Lastly, but we also need to add this table inside our DOM as well, which it is very easy. So after it ends, we simply need to call this line here, which is, first of all, we will select the element, which will be result, and then we can say HTML table. That's it. So it will add this table dynamically to the result div here. So if I refresh the application, guys, so if I show you where is the, so if I select a country, let's suppose Angola is select here, so you will see the information is not printed out. It is saying undefined. So just wait, guys, it is just wait. Data dot country name, data dot cases, data dot deaths, data dot country flag. Uh, just wait guys, I will be back just finding out that. Guys, I found out the error here. This needs to be, the error was pretty simple. We have declared this variable to be data here when we are sending out the data from the Node.js script to back to the browser here. Inside this JSON method, we have declared this property data. So when we are inside this index.ejs file, when we are just printing out the values, we just need to say here data is already there, so data dot another property which was data dot country name. So this was the mistake I was doing. So this is our correct syntax, data dot country name. So we just need to add this data at the starting here. So just make this slight modification to the code here and your code will now work. So let me just do this. So this was the error, and if you just refresh here, if you select your country, let's suppose Angular, you will see now this information will be displayed inside a very simple table. So you will see guys, total cases, total deaths, no total deaths. If I select Azerbaijan, you will see Azerbaijan, total cases, total deaths, and the flag is also shown to you. So flag is shown because you can recognize the country by flag by pretty easily. So you will see Jordan. So any country you can just say. So this is a really awesome application that we have built guys. So definitely check out the code inside the video description. I have given all the source code in the video description. I have written a complete blog about it. So the source code will be there inside the video description. So you can just print out more properties as well inside the table. You can say today cases. You can also print out today deaths as well in the same scenario I have shown you. So you can add some more properties as well in the same fashion. So now you will be wondering here, if you load the application for the very first time, the data doesn't display. So for the data to be displayed, you just need to select a country by explicitly. So by loading the application for the very first time, what we can do is that we can make a slight modification here inside our index.ejs file. In the document.ready function, we can just send out, make a post request, just move this code. I think, yeah, this code. I can just copy this code, move to a different function. So function get COVID data. So this is a nice approach. We can move it to a different function, and what we can do is that we can pass the country which the user has selected, call this function get COVID data, and pass this function selected country. And at the starting of when we load the application for the very first time, we can also call this function, and here we can just pass a static country which is USA. You can change this country, you can pass a different country as well. So just make this slight modification guys. Now your application will work. If you load it for the very first time, you will see. Just wait. Selected country is not defined, so just wait guys. Sorry, we need to pass this selected country. Pass this as an argument here inside this function. So now it will work here. If you reload the application, you will see USA is displayed here. When you load it for the very first time, then you can just change it to anything. Let's suppose Bangladesh, Algeria. So you can also change the placeholder as well. You can see USA is shown, but inside placeholder it is not shown USA. So for this you can just say default value. So inside when it is showing to USA, you can just say, just search it, select list default value option in HTML. So just search it on Google and you will find your, which is selected attribute. So you can just add this selected attribute to this field which is selected. So it will be selected for the very first time when you load the application. So now you can see United States of America is selected. So you can just change the country of your choice like this. So thanks very much guys for watching this video. All the source code of the application will be there inside the video description on my blog, and thanks very much for watching this video.